Hi everyone, my name is Austin, and whether you're at the age of like 12, or you're at my varying age, which I don't know how old I am, or you're at the age of probably like 75 or so, there's one great network that you can tune into because of all the great shows that it produces. That network in question is...
Ta-da!
What? No! Nobody likes Fox News! Nobody on this freaking earth likes Fox News! You know who likes Fox News? Morons, racists, whack jobs, and anybody named Eric. Because you want to know why Fox News sucks? It's because no one wants to hear Sean Hannity blabber about something he pulled out of his ass, and no one wants to see Tucker Carlson blabber about something he pulled out of his ass. And if we're talking about people I really don't like at Fox News, that Dan Bongino guy is a... Hi, I'm a little sorry about that. I tend to get pretty heated about certain things, especially when it comes to the topic of Fox News. I really don't care for them at all, and, yeah, they're not a good news network. I don't like them. They're the worst. So I'm terribly sorry for unleashing that rant upon you. I generally try to remain positive toward others, and try to keep a good vibe going on. Besides, most of the rants are Jeremy's job anyhow.
Yeah, that's right. Ranting about things is my thing. Your thing is to review movies, do whatever you want, do a bunch of crappy impressions, whatever. That's your thing. My thing is ranting. I'm gonna take on anyone. I'm looking at you, Butch Hartman.
Yeah, that's pretty much Jeremy's job, especially as soon as I get his new show prepared, which that's still in the development phase. Anyway, let's try this again. A show network that everyone just loves is...
Jackpot.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about Cartoon Network. A network with some shows that are really, really great, and some that are not so great. But more often than not, the goal generally far outweighs the crap. And because sometimes you can smell the crap, other times it's just a faint smell, you can just walk by and move on with your day. And most of these shows, for lack of a better word, at least have a home video release. Some may not, but more often than not, some do. But also more often than not, they're not complete. Trust me, some have complete series releases, others, like only one season or maybe one volume is available, and the rest of the series is just nowhere in sight. So, for this video, I'm going to be talking about some Cartoon Network shows that, in my opinion, deserve a complete series DVD release or Blu-ray release. Because, well, some series belong on home video. Trust me. So, without further ado, let's get it right into this baby with a bang. Or whatever. Just, let's get on with it. Ed, Edd and Eddy is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, just behind SpongeBob SquarePants and Digimon Digital Monsters, and still continues to be one of Cartoon Network's greatest shows. Created by Danny Antonucci and airing from January 4th, 1999 to November 9th, 2009, the show centered on Ed, Double D, and Eddy, three kids who spend day-to-day plotting schemes in order to get the ever-elusive Jawbreaker, where more often than not, things go horribly wrong in hilarious effect. With vibrant, colorful animation, brilliant writing, a great cast of characters, and some truly quotable dialogue, Ed, Edd and Eddy is a classic for the ages. While Seasons 1 and 2 did get releases on DVD, along with compilation DVDs and including Cartoon Network compilation DVDs, Seasons 3, 4, and 5 have only ever gotten releases in the UK and Thailand, while the movie Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show, which served as the series' conclusion, has yet to be released on a home video format, and not just put on digital marketplaces like iTunes or Google Play. In my opinion, Ed, Edd and Eddy needs at least a DVD release, whether from Warner Bros. Home Entertainment themselves, or if a company like Shout Factory gains the rights to release the series on DVD. Johnny Bravo, yet another classic that is incomplete on DVD. For those who are unaware, The show was created by Van Partible, which began as a pilot for a potential series on March 26, 1995, before getting the series treatment on July 14, 1997, up to its conclusion on August 27, 2004, centers on Johnny Bravo, a muscular, sunglasses-wearing Elvis Presley-sounding man who attempts to woo women in many, many ways, that usually end unsuccessfully because of his egotistical and incompetent attitude. More often than not, they generally lead to outlandish situations, sometimes accompanied by such guest stars as former teen idol Donny Osmond and the late Adam West. Aside from giving a start to the careers of animators Seth MacFarlane and Butch I'm an Egomaniac Hartman, the series was praised for its risque sense of humor, along with many pop culture references, and IGN even listed it as number 71 of the greatest animated series. While Season 1 did get a release on DVD on June 15th of 2010, the rest of the series has yet to even get a release, despite some episodes appearing on the Cartoon Network compilation DVDs, along with many requests from fans of the show and Cartoon Network. It'd be great to see the series get a complete series release, maybe with deleted scenes, an interview with Kirk Kingblad, who worked on Seasons 2 and 3 following Van Partible's firing from the show, along with additional interviews with Jeff Bennett, Wade Whitman, Tom Kenny, Brenda Vaccaro, and Van Partible, commentaries on certain episodes, and even a tribute to the late Larry Drake, who voiced Pops in the series. I think it'd be pretty cool, don't you? Dexters Laboratory. Do I even need to say anything? The show was a classic and needs no introduction. Before Genndy Tartakovsky created shows like Samurai Jack and Primal, he created this show about a young boy genius inventing certain concoctions in his privately kept laboratory, only for his sister Dee Dee to inadvertently mess them up in the end. The show had been originally slated to air from April 27, 1996 to June 15, 1998, with the television film Ego Trip airing on December 10, 1999, originally serving as the series finale, before Cartoon Network renewed the series for an additional 2 seasons in November of 2000, with those airing from November 18, 2001 to November 20, 2003, which featured an overall change in design. While some may argue over the quality of Seasons 3 and 4, the general consensus is this: Dexter's Laboratory is still a classic, with rapper Coolio even being a fan of the series according to a 2002 Billboard interview, and in 2012, Entertainment Weekly ranked it as the 4th best Cartoon Network series. While Season 1 did get a DVD release on October 12, 2010, the rest of the series has only got an official release over in Australia and such, while the movie Ego Trip has only been released on VHS in the States, and the banned episode Rude Removal isn't anywhere on site on home video. I feel that a complete series set would be perfect, so that way Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Ego Trip, and the episode Rude Removal can be seen for everyone to enjoy, or at least so that everyone can see it. Plus, it would be a good chance for some to see the old promos from which the series aired, along with archival interviews with the late Christine Cavanaugh about Dexter's Laboratory, along with additional interviews with Cavanaugh's replacement Candy Milo, Dee Dee's voice actresses Allison Moore and Cressida, creator Genndy Tartakovsky, amongst others. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, a show that remains entertaining, memorable, and has stood the test of time more so than most shows that existed at that time. It's a classic of a classic new a classic. Created by Powerpuff Girls creator Craig McCracken, the show centers on Mac, an 8-year-old boy forced to move on from his imaginary friend Blue, who sends him to an orphanage dedicated to housing other imaginary friends with no friends of their own. The owners, Mr. Harriman and Madam Foster, allow Blue to move in, and even withhold him from adoption as long as Mac keeps coming to visit him around 3 p.m. every day, and follows the duo's interactions with many of the other imaginary friends and staff, often landing in numerous situations. Airing from August 13, 2004 to May 3, 2009, the show was a fun ride from beginning to end, complete with fun characters and some surprisingly good animation for something done in Adobe Flash, so much so that it even won 7 Emmy Awards, had a float as a part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from 2006 to 2008, in which the show's characters sang the Beatles' version of With a Little Help from My Friends in 2006, Queen's You're My Best Friend in 2007, and infamously in 2008, they performed the theme of the courtship of Eddy's father that was interrupted by a Rickroll. While the series' first 3 seasons did get DVD releases, Season 1 on March 6, 2007, Season 2 on September 11, 2007, and Season 3 on November 12, 2014 via Manufacturer on Demand, Seasons 4, 5, and 6, plus the shorts that Cartoon Network aired, have yet to be released onto such a format. Thus, someone over at either Warner Bros. Home Entertainment should really consider putting it out there for everyone to go out and buy, or at least get Shout Factory to do it, complete with commentaries, interviews, and even little promos that would be infinitely awesome to view, and would put a big ol' stupid smile on my ever-so-handsome face. We now come to the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, a series with a dark sense of humor and sometimes disturbing overtones to them, which of course made it a classic for all the ages. Originally created by Maxwell Adams as a part of Grim and Evil, which also spawned Evil Con Carne, the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy centers on, well, Billy and Mandy, with one having tapioca for a brain and the other being a rather cold individual, who upon winning a limbo game against the Grim Reaper, make him their servant, and from there, all sorts of weird things, usually delving into the supernatural, happen. With the original shorts airing as Season 1, along with the additional set of episodes produced for the series for official premiere, the series aired from August 24, 2001 to November 9, 2007, winning 2 Emmys and spawning 2 made-for-TV movies, plus a crossover episode with Codename Kids Next Door. More on that in a bit. While the first season did get a DVD release along with the movie The Big Boogie Adventure, as far as I can tell, these releases are now out of print and haven't been reissued, with the other seasons, the shorts, and the other movie not getting an official release here in the States. With this in mind, a complete series not only would be great to give the whole series an official release, but also include both Big Boogie Adventure and Wrath of the Spider Queen, the shorts, and the other spin-off film Underfist Halloween Bash, which was originally meant to lead into another show that did not happen, in addition to scenes that may have been left on the cutting room floor, a big old documentary about the show and its legacy, and interviews with Richard Stephen Horvitz, Grey DeLisle, Grey Eagles, and creator Maxwell Adams. Speaking of Codename Kids Next Door, here's another oldie but a goodie. Created by Mr. Tom Warburton, the show centers on a group of 5 10-year-old kids operating out of a high-tech treehouse with their advanced technology made out of 2x4 lumber. They take on the villainous forces of both the teenage and evil kind. Utilizing their code names, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they are associated as Sector V, and are part of a worldwide organization known as Kids Next Door. Lasting from December 6, 2002 to January 21, 2008, the series had some awesome characters, slick animation, funny dialogue, and some pretty cool action scenes, which helped it make it a hit, spawning 2 TV movies, Operation Zero and Operation Interviews, the latter of which served as the show's finale, and 2 video games. Unlike those previously mentioned, the DVDs for Codename Kids Next Door were released in 2 volumes, and I don't know if they contain all of Season 1 as a whole or the rest of Season 1 and some of 2, but no matter how you slice it, it's incomplete. I'd like to see a complete series release, so that way the whole series can be released, along with the original pilot, which was originally conceived as a show called Kenny and the Chimp, the 2 TV movies, the promos, and potentially the aforementioned Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy crossover episode. It'll also tide us over until the proposed spin-off, Galactic Kids Next Door, finally gets greenlit one day. We now go from the golden age of Cartoon Network to something a bit more recent, and thus we turn to Regular Show. Created by J.G. Quintel, the show centered on Mordecai, a blue jay, and Rigby, a raccoon, a duo of working-class friends who work as groundskeepers at a local park, dealing with mundane problems that often lead to wild misadventures. These misadventures lead them to interacting with their co-workers, which include Benson, a gumball machine, Pops, who is a lollipop according to the Wikipedia article, Skips, a Yeti, Muscle Man, a man that is as green as Mountain Dew, and High Five Ghost, whose name is exactly as it sounds. Needless to say, given that regular show aired in the same line of shows as Adventure Time and The Amazing World of Gumball, more on that in a bit, the show was a hit, spawning comics, a video game, and even a movie. While the series' first 3 seasons were released on DVD and Blu-ray here in the States, and the movie was given a DVD release, the rest of the series mostly had compilation DVDs, like those I'm showing here. Meanwhile, in Australia and the like, seasons 4 through 8 were giving DVD releases, and that is not fair. Regular shows deserve to at least have a complete series DVD release, because Adventure Time can at least have one at least on DVD despite the most Blu-rays existing for Adventure Time, so should something as great as regular show. And now we come to the home stretch here. And while it's not quite the show that deserves a complete series DVD or Blu-ray release, it's important that the show gets this treatment nevertheless. The show in question, The Amazing World of Gumball. Created by Ben Bacquelet, the show centered on a 12-year-old blue cat named Gumball Watterson and his adopted brother and best friend Goldfish Darwin, who is of 10 years of age, as they navigate through the crazy shenanigans around their hometown of Elmore, California, while interacting with family members Richard, the dad, Nicole, the mom, and Anais, the younger sister, and a varied assortment of other characters. With fantastic animation, superb dialogue, and an overall fun factor keeps you coming back for more, The Amazing World of Gumball was a great cartoon, and one that could only come out of the early 2010s. While I have one of the DVDs in my hand here, there are also plenty of others that were also released. Most of these usually consist of the first or second seasons, with seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6 just not getting one. In my opinion, The Amazing World of Gumball is a no-brainer in terms of a complete series release on either DVD or Blu-ray, complete with such extras as possible deleted scenes, the promos shown by Cartoon Network, audio commentaries for certain episodes, and maybe interviews with the voice actors who play Gumball and Darwin, namely all of them. Plus, with the announcement of a movie to help conclude the series, it would be perfect to tie into it. And that, my friends, is my personal top picks for Cartoon Network TV series that, in my opinion, deserve the complete series DVD or Blu-ray treatment. These are my personal picks, and out of all of them, I feel that Ed, Edd, and Eddy is the one I want to see the most because I freaking love Ed, Edd, and Eddy. But let me know in the comments down below what the TV series that you want to see get the complete series DVD or Blu-ray treatment down there. Or just in general from either Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, wherever, let me know. And I know probably some of you are like, hey, you forgot about Shudder, or, oh, you forgot about Way Bad Bass. I understand. That bear right there is a little frustrated himself that I didn't pick that. But, hey, that's your opinion, and let me know what you think. And with that, I will catch you later. I'll see you next time. Oh, and to those people that don't like me complaining about Fox News, suck it. Long and hard.